Okay, so hey everyone, Tiger here, and I am about to do a Estarossa / Mael video, and this is actually the third time I've attempted to do this video because my dogs keep barking. So just saying, if they start barking again, I'm not even gonna bother with it. So let's begin. The first time that we met Estarossa was as the Ten Commandments love, which of course his ability is when whenever he's facing somebody and they feel hatred towards, I think it's just him, then they're powerless. They can't do anything. They can, like, when he was fighting against Skill Thunder and Bond was there and all them there at Lioness, like, of course everyone hated him for what he did to Meliodas, and they couldn't do anything. They couldn't even, like, Skill Thunder couldn't even pick up his sword. So very, very OP ability right there. Actually find out later that that was Meliodas' commandment back when he was part of the Ten Commandments. So Estarossa, extremely powerful guy. His power level was, Dolly, could take a chill pill, please. What was Estarossa's power level? I think it was in the 60,000s, right? Give me a minute, I'm getting there. Yeah, his power level to begin with was 60,000. So extremely powerful guy. And what was weird about this was that it was pretty obvious from the get-go that he had some kind of relation to Meliodas because he looked like very much like him. So, of course, a lot of people thought that Estarossa and Zeldris were Meliodas' brothers. Correct about Zeldris, not so much about Estarossa. So, the weird thing about this is that we've seen Meliodas acknowledge Zeldris as his brother, or at least, like, bring him up. There was the Vampires of Emba side story where that was the first official confirmation we had of Zeldris being Meliodas' brother, but there was no mention of Estarossa. Later on, when Meliodas gets his power back and he goes to greet the Ten Commandments, Lord above, that was an awesome scene. Anyway, when he goes to greet the Ten Commandments, Zeldris is none too happy with him, of course. And Meliodas is going like, whoa, whoa, chill, aren't we brothers? And again, he doesn't acknowledge Estarossa. And then when Estarossa was killing him, again, no acknowledgement. So, at first, I thought it was because something extremely messed up had happened. And Meliodas just, like, felt really guilty about it. Turns out that wasn't the case. So later on we got, like, little smidgems of backstory for Estarossa. So during the Holy War arc, we got to see Zeldris, but we never got to see Estarossa, and that's for a good reason. And then later on, we finally find out from, well, first Kuzak has like this moment where he's looking at Estarossa and he's just going like, there is something off about this guy. I don't know what, but there is something not right with him. Considering that's coming from a demon who is probably just as mentally unstable as Chandler is, that's saying something. So anyway, later on we got, not really the full story, but kind of from Monspeed, where he tells Estarossa when he comes for Monspeed and Dariere's commandments that you were the Demon King's son, but you were weak and you couldn't even harm a fly, and you didn't have the power of darkness. All this stuff. And we also found out that the Demon King gave him his commandment because he felt sorry for him. And I was just going like, Demon King doing that? Nah, doesn't mesh right there. Feeling pity, I don't think is in that guy's DNA. Well, not DNA, sorry. I don't know, personality. So yeah, I found that out, and then later on we get to find out that Estarossa was actually in love with Elizabeth, and that he told Meliodas this, and Meliodas told him that he'd try to work out something between them, and that's, I think, where the fan base really started going like, whoa, back up here, like, nah, stuff ain't matching up right here. Because of course Meliodas was in love with Elizabeth, and everyone's just going like, yeah, this isn't matching up, because Meliodas would not tell that to his younger brother because he was in love with Elizabeth, and you do not set the person you are in love with up with your younger brother. That's just bound to go totally wrong. So then, what we found out about Mael was very little before, we of course got the full backstories with, the latest 2 chapters of Taizai. We knew that he was the strongest archangel, and we also get this scene in chapter 210, I think, where it's right after Ludoshel tries to kill Dariere and Monspeed after Elizabeth saves them, and he's contacting Nirabasta, who is still under the control of Galther, and trying to get her to open gate, or the Heaven's Gate, and summon Mael. So Nirabasta, of course, snaps out of it. Too late. The Heaven's Gate is ruined, and now it's a doorway to the demon world. Ends up being a doorway to the demon prison instead. So we don't really get much beyond that until Sariel and Tormiel and Ludoshel are revived, and turns out that Escanor's power, Sunshine, was actually Mael's, and that it was a grace bestowed by the Supreme Deity to Mael. Kind of like the Demon King gave the 10 Commandments their commandments. So Mael's was Sunshine, Ludoshel's is Flash, Tormiel is I'm sorry, I can't remember. I know Sariel's is something wind-based, and Tormiel's is water, I think. Something with that. So anyway, find out that Escanor somehow got Mael's grace, So, of course, when we found that out, we thought, oh, well, oh yeah, almost forgot to mention this, sorry, but it's also said that Estarossa is the one to kill Mael. Ends up not being the case. I seem to be saying that a lot in this video. Anyway, so Mael dies to Estarossa, and we just thought that the grace, why did I just about say commandment, just like maybe wandered around a little bit until it landed in Eskimo like 3,000 years later. And now that after we found out that Estarossa was actually Mael, and that Gowther, or OG Gowther and Doll Gowther massively messed with everyone's memories during the Holy War, and I love Gowther, but he messed up some people massively, like Ludoshell, because he couldn't even remember his little brother, and he has like kind of hated his little brother for who knows how long, because he thinks that his little brother, or the guy that his little brother turned into due to Gowther's messing, actually killed his little brother. And y'all, this is complicated. So yeah, he massively messed with Ludoshell, he massively messed with Mael, massively messed with Meliodas, making him think that he had another brother, and ends up being that only Zeldris was his brother, and Estarossa is actually Mael, which is Ludoshell's little brother. And I'm pretty sure Meliodas hates Ludoshell. So having the guy that you hate's little brother and having somebody mess with your memories so that you think that that's your little brother, that's messed up right there. That is so messed up. Oh man. So, of course, we finally find out that, it first starts with the Demon King, I think, where, when Meliodas and Bon are in purgatory, Meliodas is telling Bon and Wild about his little brother Zeldris, and Wild asks about Estarossa. Meliodas at first is going like, well, I'll tell you that story later. Then he realizes, oh, wait, what's the story? Because I can't remember anything. So then, of course, the Demon King comes in and is like, well, all I remember is this, like, summarized description of him, which, I think somebody pointed out, like, I think I was reading comments or something, that the words that the Demon King and Meliodas used were the exact words that Monspeet used when he was telling, Estarossa about his past. So then the Demon King's going like, okay, yep, Gowther did something. And then of course we have Gowther and his flashback, and we finally get to figure out what the crap Gowther did during the Holy War, which was cast this forbidden spell to mess with everyone's memories and turn Mael into Estarossa. So it had to have been after the attack on Stigma that this happened. I apologize, y'all. Like I said, it doesn't take much to set them off. So it had to have happened after the attack on Stigma because, okay, I can't take this. I'm sorry. Give me 1 second. Okay, anyway, sorry. Had to happen after the attack on Sigma by the, Ten Commandments, because, of course, Ludashel was calling for Nearbasta to summon Mael, and couldn't do that if, Mael was already Estarossa. Doesn't make sense, because, well, it doesn't make sense. So, had there been sometime after, the fight with Stigma, but the weird thing is that in the latest chapter, we got to see Mael's memories, and it almost looks like he had his memories messed with at the beginning of the war, or something like that, because, or before it, because, we see him in Heaven's Theater, and he's staring at Meliodas and Elizabeth kissing, and then we just see this, light, I guess, around his head that would denote Gothar's abilities. And weird thing is that Meliodas was still wearing his Ten Commandments, outfit that we saw in the flashback to when Meliodas was part of the Ten Commandments. So, seems to be a little bit off there. Don't really understand why, but hopefully that'll get cleared up. Or not. So, another thing that I've just noticed people saying, and I want to, put my own, understanding to this, is that Mael, he's not going to go back to the Demon Clan, which is obvious, because we see him in the last chapter, and he's just going wait, what did I do? He's remembering everything that he's done, killing all, these goddesses, his brethren, and, just slaughtering all these innocent people, and he's just going wait, what did I do? So, of course, he's not going to go back to the people who, caused that. Okay, come on. Say hello, Dolly. So, of course, he's not going to go back to the people who basically caused him to do that. But they were also saying that he wasn't going to go back to the Goddess Clan because Ludashel betrayed him. Could you please just stay? Thank you. Because Ludashel betrayed him with Elizabeth. How instead of Meliodas being the one to tell him, I'll try to work stuff out between you and Elizabeth, it was Ludashel. And people are saying, well, he's going to hate Ludashel now for telling him that lie. I don't think so. Because the thing with Meliodas promising that was that he was in love with Elizabeth at that point, I think. So it just doesn't make sense for him to promise that to Estarossa. It doesn't. So, and that, of course, would be the reason why Estarossa would be mad at him, because, he lied to him, and Meliodas was already in love with Elizabeth, so of course he wouldn't help set Estarossa up with her. Duh. But with Ludashel, in chapter 2, it's either 203 or 204, we get to see, it's a chapter after we get that very, very disturbing face from Ludashel when he's telling Elizabeth, oh no, we're not going to have peace with the Demon Clan, we're going to eradicate them. Okay, it's 203, not 204. So, we have this scene where Elizabeth's just going like, what are you thinking? No, we have to have peace with them. We can't just kill off this entire race. And she's also mad because you said that in front of Meliodas, the guy I love, who happens to be part of the race that you want to eradicate, and also their prince. And I'm just like, seriously, Bombshell. I don't know if he's just straight up insane or if he just has like obviously has a superiority complex, duh. But like, really, you said that you were gonna eradicate an entire race in front of what basically amounts to a crown prince. Like, wow. Anyway, and of course we had that very, very crappy, moment from Ludoshel is just basically calling the demons scum, and they're so far beneath them, why would he even care if they all just died? He then, puts like his hand under Elizabeth's chin, and it's going like, why don't you just like cut ties with Meliodas? You deserve someone far better than him, or there's far more suitable partners for you. At first, I took that as him flirting with Elizabeth, but now that we know the full backstory, I don't think that's the case. I think he was actually talking about Mael. So Ludoshel never lied to Mael. He was actually trying to set him up with Elizabeth. So, don't think Mael would be angry at him. Now, I don't think Mael's gonna turn into a good guy, which calling the gods good guys is not exactly correct. But I don't see him going back to the Demon Clan. I also don't see him being angry with Ludoshel unless his time as Estarossa just completely warped him. And he's just straight up insane now. So, just wanted to say that, and oh Lord, like, on one hand, I really do feel sorry for Mael and everything that he's been through, because, like I said, the Gothers messed him up majorly. So, on one hand, I can understand why he'd be, like, superly angry at them. On the other hand, please do not kill off Gowther. I love this guy. So, looking forward to seeing how Mael is what he's going to do from here, and hopefully we're not going to lose Gowther. Really looking forward to seeing, Ludoshel, Zeldris, and Meliodas' reactions to this, and also Demon Kings. I really hope we get to see Meliodas and Bon escaping from the Demon King. Don't see them fighting him, but hopefully we'll get to see him escaping, because, like, I think those were the ones that were most messed up by maybe the Spring Deity too, by what Gowther did, because Mael's Ludoshel's brother, and he turned Mael/Estarossa into Meliodas and Zeldris' brother and the Demon King's son. And also there was the fact that Mael was essentially the Spring Deity's strongest warrior, and also maybe Elizabeth, because we got to see a little bit of her reaction, but she's unconscious right now, or what looks like unconscious, so we might get more reaction later. And also the other archangels, of course, which those less, because like Soriel seemed not too impressed with Mael like earlier when we had Mael's flashback, because I mean, he was massively teasing Mael over being this, like, weakling. So, I want to see how the dynamic between those two are now that Mael's back and he's been a demon for essentially 3,000 years. So, yeah. And also, he was, probably Elizabeth's childhood friend. Of course, we didn't really get to see all that much of him and her besides this one scene where Elizabeth is trying to cheer him up. Actually 2 scenes where she's trying to cheer him up, but still would be nice to see how her reaction is, because, I mean, that was what probably was a good friend. So, yeah, Gother is not in a good spot right now, and Mael might be entirely insane now. So, Taizai is getting very interesting. So thank y'all for watching, and I'll probably see you later for my One Piece chapter. Yeah, One Piece chapter, because I don't think I've done that yet, have I? I don't think so. So thank y'all for watching, and I will see you later.